And we are live.
Yay!
Yeah. So Jesse, how's it been going?
Good. Just a normal week here. It's Pennsylvania weather though. Only in Pennsylvania is it going to be 60 degrees, 50 degrees for the next like 3 days, and then Thursday and Friday are going to be in the 30s and 20s.
Well, that's lovely. We're getting up to 85, or I have heard
Hmm.
88 degrees this
I
week.
love winter, but I'm ready for. I feel like my favorite seasons are spring and fall, just because the weather's nice. It's not too hot. But it feels, at least here, spring and fall last literally, it feels like a week and they're gone.
Right.
It's like we're on to summer and then we're on to winter.
So do
Fall's
you
my
spring
favorite though,
up?
overall, I think.
Do you spring up from your fall?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I was just wondering. Or do you fall from your spring?
No, I spring up from my fall.
Speaking of that, I never had one. But did you ever?
You never fell?
No, I have felt. I never. I said
I know.
never had one. I've had a
I know you
few.
didn't. Yeah, I know.
Did you ever jump on a pogo stick as a kid?
I tried to, it never worked well. Like I
Yeah,
never could get
see,
into it.
I was too fat. I'd like get on it
It might be a
and
visual thing too, though. Like for me, when I was a kid, maybe. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not.
could be. I never tried as a kid, but after I lost my sight, I tried on one and I was just so fat it just went
I had a
straight to the
I had a
ground.
horse that I could bounce on. Does that count?
No, it's not a pogo stick.
Okay, but I could still bounce.
Did it cost a quarter every time that you got on the horse?
No, I owned it.
Oh, see, rich man. I
No, it
can.
was like it was a plastic horse, but it would like whinny and clip clop. It was real. I used to pretend I was like riding as a cowboy and stuff. I loved it. But there's a video of me because I wanted to, like, I was real big into the video camera, like making videos, home videos and stuff when I was a kid.
Uh huh.
And there's a video of me in my vampire Halloween costume for that year riding my horse.
Did you drink the horse's blood though?
No, the horse was my friend.
So vampires get hungry. They'll eat
I
their
didn't even
friend.
think of that when I was like 6.
No imagination, folks. None. But
That's a good topic, not for this show, but favorite vampire books, because I feel like I've not read as many as I'd want.
the beginning of the Lestats, or the Chronicles of the Vampire Chronicles. There
Mm,
we go.
yeah,
Uh, the
and
the
the
newer
Stephen
ones
King one
suck.
that I haven't read yet.
I'm not surprised that you haven't read it, but
I
that's just.
started it. Does that
That's,
count? I'm 2 hours in.
no, I'm not even going to get into that podcast because that will take
All right.
like up this
Yeah.
whole podcast because we know how
Anyway,
you are. So let's not really a whole
we
lot of
we don't need to
news.
shit on me for the show. We do enough of
Nah,
that.
everybody else is used to how you are too.
We can
Uh,
shit on Maxine.
never too much. Septic tank fill up.
Yeah, I love the fact that you said everybody's used to it. Is it Steven now or Fernando? I think it's Steven now shitting on me.
Everybody does because we know how you are. But
You realize I could quit the game and say you sons of bitches aren't playing anymore.
I may need to change the episode title to "By Felicia." But in not to the Braille news, Jim is
Yep.
still looking for players for the next series of Quest of the Braille. Um, Matt or Blind Fury is running a steampunk tabletop game, and I
That's
will
a
be.
genre I like.
It's a lot of fun.
I think we've talked about it before, but I enjoy steampunk.
It can be very, very interesting, and I
Yeah.
am running Mothership. So, um, if anyone is interested, please contact Jim at knightsofthebraille at gmail.com. And,
His email should be the allfatherjim@gmail.com.
well, we know how he is. He's
I guess we're the
stubborn.
only ones that call him that. So
I don't know. May need to change that.
he's
Um,
too humble for that, though. I don't think he would do it.
you don't know him very well. He's an ornery, ornery, angry, angry old man.
Oh,
Angry,
really? Oh,
angry old man.
he wasn't like that on Sundays.
He's changed.
Oh,
Bless him.
married life changed him. That's
But not really a whole lot of news other than looking for that, and tentatively, I believe the Everyone Games event will be September 30th and October 1st of this year. So set your calendars aside and be sure to get prepared for all of that kind of stuff because news
Might
will
have
be
to.
upcoming.
I might have to tell the fiance I'm busy that weekend.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, won't we, everybody?
Yeah,
Uh,
we will. I thought you were saying to me because I was like, yeah, we will see how that goes.
because I know pretty sure how she will react to that.
Hmm.
But so like I said, not a lot going on. But let's talk about Jesse. You run a pre-written campaign, and while it's not the raw format, which is rules as written, you do a little bit of adjusting here and there. How do you like running one that's already written and all you have to do is like briefly read over it and have what you need?
Enjoy it, but like we've talked. I don't think I talked on the show about it, but the one that I'm running now, Storm King's Thunder, like you were supposed to pick one giant, fight the giant, and get the teleportation conch to go to find the main, like start the adventure. And I don't know, like I haven't looked ahead to see how long the quote unquote main adventure is, but I felt like I paid for this book. If I'm going from say chapter 3 to chapter 10 for the main adventure, it's like I'm skipping 7 chapters of the book. So I tried to say that you guys had to fight all the giants just to get our money's worth. Now, I could be wrong and the main adventure could be like super long, but it's only like 2 chapters. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be that long, the main like meat of the plot. So I
Right,
figured like I needed to, we'd be there like a month. And I'm thinking, there's no, unless I don't know, but $20 a book, I'm not going to get done with one campaign in a month. Like there's no way.
right.
So that's why I changed it up.
Now I know with the Curse of
Because it
Strahd,
annoyed me, sir.
yeah, and with Curse of Strahd and Icewind Dale, I know it has several chapters in there, and each chapter is like not necessarily an adventure, but it gives some adventures in there, and you can bounce back and forth like chapter 2 to chapter 9, which could cause you at some point
Yeah.
in there to jump back to chapter 3. You know,
But like this one abandons all the chapters until like you teleport and like everything else is forgotten. It's just like I wanted more from it.
right? And I can understand that. And
But
as a
I
beginning
do
player,
like having it written out. Like I want to homebrew a whole campaign. I don't know when I'll get to that spot. I think I'll just add things in here and there like I did with this one and kind of build up to that.
yeah,
Because you know me, we've talked. My main thing is I like to glance over stuff and then interpret it. Like I don't think I could honestly sit down and plot out a whole campaign because it would be like, oh, this sounds cool, like something I'd want to do on a whim week to week. Like I don't know if I could do a beginning to end campaign
right. I
like
got you.
having it all plotted out.
And I personally like buying the pre-written campaigns, which is what I've done with
Mm.
both Curse of Strahd and Icewind Dale, and changing a lot of it, keeping like the base
The basic
storyline,
premise.
yeah, which really works for me because I like
Mm.
reading the stuff anyway.
Should I break some news here on the podcast that none of the players know except you?
That's up to you.
We are the next campaign we're going to do. I believe you said it to me. I believe it's called Out of the Abyss.
Ah, yeah, I know
We're
I had
going to the
suggested
Underdark,
it.
baby.
I know I had suggested it to you, so
Yeah, we're going to the Underdark, baby.
have you already gotten it or
No, but
ah,
I've decided that's the one I'm going to get.
gotcha.
But I
And
thought about as far as like homebrewing, if whenever I do that, buying that Monsters of the Multiverse book and using a lot of the creatures from it. Because like the thing that really wrote me in with that book is it says there's a lot of lore included. Like I feel like I could just sit and read the whole thing.
you probably really enjoy the monster manual too, then.
Okay.
And there's a good bit of lore in the Dungeon Master's Guide as well. Me personally, I like.
I guess I kind of should have that Dungeons Master's Guide, but I don't yet.
Yeah, it's okay. We
I just
won't
make it up as I
we
go.
won't judge you too harshly. And the thing with buying like the pre-written adventures and things from D&D Beyond is the fact that their books are extremely accessible.
Exactly. Yep. I agree with that
And,
100%.
and I have run into things like buying them from Drive Through RPG, which is what I warned you about, not being accessible. And in fact, I bought a little pre-made like one shot the other day because it sounded interesting, and what Jaws read to me was graphic, graphic, graphic,
Oh
graphic.
God.
You know, for
I don't know if they're all like this. Like I can't say for sure the whole site's accessible, but I've had success with DM's Guild. That's where I got the uh Tasha's Kiss, which I think were you on the cruise? You didn't play in that one.
yeah, I was on a cruise at that point in time because I
So
cruise
I don't
every
know if
day.
they're all accessible there, but it's it was pretty damn close, like the few I've tried from there. So that's an
Yeah.
option too.
And I've gotten stuff from both of them that would do the same thing. Be accessible, and some of them would not be.
Yeah.
It just depends on the author and how they compile the PDF. But so my suggestion would be, buy the books from D&D
And then just
Beyond,
change
and
it.
yeah, that's what I found works for me. But like all of the rhymers know, after we finish up with Icewind Dale, which could take another year, could take 6 months.
Yeah, it makes me wonder like I should, you know what? I'll need to join the campaign. So you have access to my books too, right?
Uh-huh. That you've had like the opportunity to do for
Hmm.
like a month and
Yeah,
a
I know.
half. Yeah.
I'm just
Yep.
wondering if that book is like significantly longer than Storm King's Thunder, or if I'm all wrong and this chapter 10 when you go into the main adventure is like a year long.
Right. I mean, eventually my goal is to have every book that they offer.
Yeah.
Especially when they put the big like sales on come like Black Friday,
Yeah, that's the best time to grab them.
because I'm not sure if you know or if anybody else knows. I mean, I know other people do, but each book that you buy, whenever you go to buy the big bundles, the price comes off of those bundles. So, like if you bought 10 books at $300, the bundle that may normally be 800 would only be 500. So you're basically not getting charged twice. I guess is a
Well, that's good.
good way to put it. So yeah, it makes being able to afford the bundles there a lot cheaper. And they just recently got through having a sale, so I was able to get a couple of books there.
Yeah, there was the adventures weren't on sale. It was the other books, wasn't it?
Yeah, they have bundles on sale, which is
Oh,
what
okay.
it was, and I got a whole book that's normally like 29 for $1.99 because I had all the other books in the
Oh,
bundle.
what was that?
Uh, I think it's 29.99. I'd have to look back at the price. Wayfarer's Guide,
Companion or whatever?
yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Or Sword Coast Adventures, something like. Because I have both of them. And let's see. I got a $10 like Monster Companion because I was going to get the Monsters of the Multiverse, but it said to me that it wasn't available until like
Yeah, I
May.
think it's do it, but I just keep seeing that advertised like on my Facebook feed. I'm like, man, does that book sound good?
I know. I'll be getting it. I mean, guaranteed, I'll be getting it. But like I said, the books and the adventures are extremely accessible on D&D
Yep.
Beyond, and the character creator is getting closer. I've had some like issues here lately, like trying to click on something and it sending me somewhere else. But it shows to me that they're working on it.
It's getting there. Yeah.
Yeah. But all in all, really good. And playing in a play by post D&D campaign, so that's really
How's
a
that?
lot of
I was gonna
fun.
say, how is that?
That's a lot of fun. That's something that you can do. You can be as active or as inactive in it
So do you
as
like
you want.
send your dice rolls to them along with your
We
RP, or how does that?
we play in Discord, so we roll
Oh,
into
okay.
Avery. And hey, Krista, by the way. Yeah, and I'm playing a halfling that wants to be a chef whose name is Ozan Immigrabit. You know, like I'm gonna grab it. You know,
Yes.
so it's a lot
Now
of
now
fun.
he's gonna have to show up as a judge in our cooking thing if we ever do it again.
Oh yeah, I love the cooking thing, and
Oh my God, I do too. Like, I don't want people to miss because I love the campaign, but I'm like, oh, if so hopefully someone's not here one of these weeks, we can play the cooking again. I just
yes,
like I love coming up with the dishes to make, and I actually got Katie interested in it. She won't play, but she would give me like ideas. I would tell her the ingredients.
right. It was a lot of fun, and I'm very happy that I come up with that. You know,
The best was Adrian's voice for whatever his I forget. It's the same thing as the Gem Seeker voice, but it's whatever his character in that is.
like, man, don't mess with me. You know,
That is
no.
so great. Oh my God, it makes me laugh. He
um,
makes me laugh in general with
oh,
any character he has.
he's awesome. But Kristen does a really good job running the
I
play
don't
by
know you, but hi,
post.
Krista. I don't want to be
Uh,
rude and you say hi and me not.
I'll go ahead and tell you she don't like you because you don't read the.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying that for her.
How do you know she doesn't like me? I've never met her. If you already started talking shit, if you meet this guy,
Oh no, I mean I've known her. Oh God, long time. But it's
like
a lot of fun.
longer than Knights of the Braille, or
Yeah, like 25 plus years.
oh wow,
So
okay.
yeah, I've known her since she was a sweet, innocent little girl, long time ago.
Oh, so it's not a thing. You're just using Discord. It's not through.
No, just using
Okay,
Discord.
okay, okay.
Um,
Okay, I gotcha.
but it's a lot of fun, and it allows you to think about how you want to say stuff, and maybe things that you normally would not say, like in a um, like meeting, like voice meeting. You could say in the play by post. Like I said,
Yeah, because
it's a
I don't know
lot of
about you, but
fun.
I've said shit that I would want to take back.
Yes. Like you opened up this, or you put on a shield
Look at him push the windmill.
that. Yes. But it allows you to think things and ponder like
That's
how
cool.
you want to do this. But it's a lot of fun, and like I told them, it's made me think about doing the Curse of Strahd play by post. But it is a lot
Yeah.
of work at the same time. So
We're gonna have. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're gonna have to because it's your decision, but I feel like we need to come back to that one of these days.
yeah, I just wish I could play in it. Hmm. But that's a totally different subject. Because I love horror stuff, which is one reason I
You're
suggested
gonna
the.
make me run that damn thing, aren't you?
Honestly, dude, this is not to hurt your feelings, but I don't know that you're ready for it because there's a lot of stuff going on there. I wish it was not the first one I had run.
Hmm.
Like I said, not being rude.
Yeah,
I will
we
be
went by
rude to
that
your
and were like,
face.
"Oh, that sounds cool as shit."
Yeah,
That's what I tried to do. I tried to build up. Like I know Storm King's Thunder isn't listed as like a starting adventure, but I felt like I could handle it because I ran that other one. So,
right. And you know me, I'll be rude if that's the intent. But
hmm
there's a there's a lot for me behind the scenes, and like I said, while I think I did a good job, and you all said that I did,
yeah, I think you did.
I wish I
Now,
had
was
started
is
off a
there
little
more
different.
with that than like there is with the one we're doing now?
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I thought they may have been equal.
and nah, and there were some things that I changed to make it a little simpler, for me running Curse of Strahd. But I mean, I
Hmm.
wouldn't mind running in it again, but I really want to play in it.
I just want to use Kelton again somewhere. That's basically why I'm saying that.
Yeah, Kelton was awesome, but I mean,
Like, do the R.A. Salvatore thing that he did. Bring back characters so it could be Kelton and Vicklis and
uh,
whoever else.
sadly, I think Nicholas is gone forever.
I know, and that
Uh,
sucks.
and
I legit
Kadosh.
felt bad when that happened.
And Kadosh. Oh,
He
Cuddles.
could come back though.
I don't know.
Why?
Barovia is different. Y'all had a chance to go to Barovia the other night in the Reimers, and in fact, you still do. Because
That's where that village is.
one of them, yes. Uh, awesome.
This is something you would do. Periwinkle's like the mayor now.
Yeah, he could be. Um, but the last primer session, and you know, hour and no 2 hours and some minutes. All they did was open doors and
I know
show.
everybody was having fun with that, but I kept saying like there has to be something more to this. We're not supposed to be stuck up at these doors.
And it was just, and that's where you had to be good, as a improv. And I think it was fairly good. All of
It
you
was
were
a
good.
lot of fun, but I'm like, how? I'm still wondering how the hell we advance. Yeah.
you know, um,
The best one was the door with all the people bending over.
oh yes, that was a lot of fun.
First one was Bodar, you dick.
Always. Um, but that's where you have to be good, and be careful what you say as you describe something, because those are just sheer, yeah, they're on the wall.
Yeah.
And everybody started opening. I'm gonna open door number one. I'm open door
So
number
I'm gonna
seven.
put you on the spot here.
Yeah.
Which character was better, Bodar or Kelton?
I like Kelton.
Okay.
Need, and since you want to put me on the spot, I'll put you on the spot. I don't think you've been utilizing them the way you could, but I mean you've talked about that. The whole shape shifting into the.
I'm trying to start doing that more,
Um,
but
and remember, you only use that ability with Kelton a couple of times. The rat is the main one I remember because y'all locked the lady down in the basement.
yeah, and I think he also ran through someone's grocery store, didn't he?
Yes. But a lot of times, and I find this happening with me as a player, that I'll forget certain things that my character can do. So I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
You know.
The best thing about Kelton for me was I really didn't have an idea for him when I started because, I was new to all you guys. The character was new, everything. And I really feel like his character developed because of what he went through in the campaign, which I thought was cool.
Oh yes. Kelton was awesome.
It's been a lot easier. Like, it was a lot easier to find Bodar's character than it was Kelton for me. But I'm not new to it like I was then either.
Right. I think it's a lot easier to play a barbarian because all you do is swing and hit and take damage. Because Bodar.
Yeah, and I try to make it funny with the nicknames for Bodar for people, and
yeah, and Bodar.
I really love the aspect I added with the
damage.
carving of his family. Like I enjoyed that. Yeah, he does. He gets fucked up all the time.
Oh yeah, he definitely did this past week.
Especially when for some reason my character sheet didn't save. Like honestly, I wasn't trying to say that I had all my points. It didn't save, and then you're like, no, you're down to 39. I'm like, shit, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all gotta watch Jesse when he's in your games.
But I made sure it doubly saved. Like we're good now.
Right. But that's just how it goes sometimes, and you know, we're gonna cut this off here. But I just wanted to get both of our impressions of the pre-written as well as homebrewing, and kind of combining it. Somebody else's.
I like combining. I
of it.
think more than going all one way or the other. Like I can't imagine I can imagine building a world, but I want to have like the constraints of the
Yeah.
main bad or the main plot or things like that.
And that's one of them things that it is. You have to find your comfort zone. What you're comfortable
But I
doing.
feel like it's inevitable for me that one of these days I am going to completely homebrew, but I'm not there yet.
Right. And that's me. That's what we're working towards after Icewind Dale is a homebrew campaign of their making.
I
Where
love
they
playing
created
that.
the world.
Like you talked about being put on the, or I talked about being put on the spot. I love like you saying, come up with a race. Like I love thinking on my feet with that game.
Right. So we will continue that like if more than two
Adrian,
normally drop. Because
more than cream's hash.
yeah, like if one other person can't make it
Yeah.
because the Icewind Dale that you're all in now is not for the faint of heart.
I don't think it ever was.
It's more so not now. But
Oh Lord.
anyway, I hope everybody's enjoyed the podcast. If you want to check us out or send us emails, questions, suggestions, anything along those lines, be sure to check out our information below. You can find us on Twitter at RichardBean83 and at the Jessup and at
Jesse
the Jesse
B83.
B83. So
It comes out on Jaws as Jessup, but it's Jesse
yeah.
B. That's what it's supposed to be.
So be sure to check us out, like, share, and subscribe.
I will start tweeting more instead of just Goodreads updates.
He lies, everybody.
I
And
do want to start tweeting more, but
and be sure to check out these words from Mostly Blind Gamer, who tells us his thoughts about Knights of the Braille. Thank you, dude, and we're continuing to take those in, so send them in anytime that you want to.
yeah,
See you later,
Maxine.
everybody.